of you in the hall on the dais, and thank you, Dr. Manmohan Singh, for introducing all of us and also the subject. We are all here to look at what can be done along with government, along with industry, and what type of innovation and partnership can happen. I think when we look at what is happening in the country, there are all the policies and all the right policies are in place. We have an industrial policy, we have ease of doing business policy, we have also a skill development policy, and also we have how do we go from here to next. Honorable Prime Minister has already given a target of bringing a 5 trillion economy. And how will this happen? It cannot happen alone, or it cannot happen just like that. Dr. Singh has given some of the question like what type of partnership can be forged and how the atmosphere of innovation can happen. Let me talk about two areas specifically where things can happen. One is about Industry 4.0, which is about technology and it is about ease of doing things and interconnectivity of Internet of Things, and that should bring a lot of jobs and it should also bring industry and a university in focus. The problem is that where the industry is there, there are people are not there. Let us look at it. Some of our industries are or around maybe Bangalore, Pune, Chennai, Noida and some other places. So there is a concentration of industries into particular places. That is because of geography and history and legacy, all these things are combined. Some of the places which were good in earlier times, like look at Kanpur. It started very well, but it is nowhere now. So one thing is that there is a need to understand the competition and react to it. Second thing is that how does a university cater to it? When we look at the syllabus and when we look at what is being taught, there is a lot of, all the things which are being taught may not be related to what is the present requirement is there. The millennial which is in the universities now, they are looking for something more challenging. The last thing which I like to also say that there is a need for continuous improvement and also continuous training and upgradation of the faculty of the universities. I'm very glad that this type of workshops or innovation conclave has been done and with the varied subjects. Now what is required is networking of the organizations. We are looking at a globe without boundaries and things can happen. So one thing which is being taught in Malaysia or for that matter in any other part of the world can be also made available to Indian students. Now what can be the suggestion? There has been a lot of talks. What can be done? My two prescription here, if I can prescribe, will be open to challenges. There is a lot of challenges are there. We need to be open. Problem is that we close ourselves. Industry 4.0, if you look at it, all the countries which are looking at it are also struggling. Singapore, they are still doing things. Of course, they are slightly ahead of us. But then it's not that they have answers to all questions. Germany also, which is so progressive, there also things are happening. So my suggestion here will be to the panel and to others to react also on this, that be open to whatever is happening. And second, that networking is important. When we network, a lot of things are happening. There is no need to innovate a wheel. There are things which has happened that can be adapted in our country. And when we look at the things, situations, in our country, it is like having 30 countries in one country. So we cannot say one size fits all. So that is what is the challenge lying with everybody, that what works with Arunachal Pradesh may not work for Karnataka and what works here may not work for Madhya Pradesh. So there is need for innovation and there is a need for working together. Once we work together, things can happen. My experience in capacity building, I have been in capacity building for government sector for long years. And what I have seen that people are not ready for change. There is a lot of reluctance for change. And that is not only for government. It is also for education, even the universities. Somebody asked me what has changed in 35 years you have been in service. I'm really telling you, things have changed, of course. There is much more social media, there is much more of connectivity, there is much more of, but the basic problems have not changed. We have not been able to bring lot of things to the foreground. And we have not to forget that 60% of our population is still rural, their requirements is still different. So when we talk about capacity building and other things, my thing will be also look at the agriculture, which is our backbone, and how things can improve and happen. I'm sure that with networking, with looking at the challenges, and with looking at the local solution for global problems, things can improve. Thank you.